That profitability option is tied to the fact that, ByteDance still has to run the operation. So what they have done is created two separate entities. One entity will house the data. It will control the content and the algorithm. So they are going to recreate the algorithm. And that other entity that ByteDance is responsible for will actually run the day-to-day operations. And, it will be responsible for showing the ads, any e-commerce that flows through TikTok. And so from that perspective, it makes sense that they will keep half of the profits because guess what? A company like Oracle, yes, it can run the infrastructure, the app, but it doesn't have the expertise to, run the ad operations or do e-commerce. At the end of the day, it's more infrastructure than applications. And so from that perspective, it makes sense that, ByteDance is involved in running the operations.
And we've also learned today that ByteDance is expected to get about 50% of TikTok US's profit under this potential Trump deal. What do you make of that? This, again, is according to Bloomberg reporting. It has not been confirmed, and we all are waiting for things to be made official. Does that sound like a reasonable split?
I mean, think of it this way. Oracle was getting paid, let's say, TikTok US was generating about $10 billion in revenue. Oracle was getting paid $2 billion just for hosting the app and, storing the data. So it was a revenue generator, the TikTok contract for Oracle. Now that Oracle owns TikTok US, that revenue gets converted into a cost. So, and it could be at least $1 billion in cost. So from that perspective, the fact that Oracle went from $2 billion in revenue from TikTok to, having $1 billion extra in costs, it makes sense that they should get some sort of a deal when it comes to buying the asset. And so that's why that low price tag of $14 billion that everyone is surprised about, there's a reason for that. Because, if Oracle has to own this thing, they need to have some sort of incentive because it's a $3 billion delta to their gross profit.
All right. So just to be clear here, what will these new investors, what will they be buying? And is what they're buying, is that $14 billion seem reasonable to you?
Yes. So my other minority investors, whether it's Silver Lake, and we still don't know all the minority investors who are involved here, but clearly, I imagine they're not responsible for the day-to-day operations. And if TikTok US was generating about $10 billion plus in ad and e-commerce revenue, that's why they want ByteDance to continue owning those operations, running those operations, because they don't want that 10 billion to go to, 5 billion over the next 6 months. And so that's why they are getting that 45 or 50% of profitability for TikTok US, even though they'll become a 20% owner of the TikTok US asset after the split.
All right.